Okay, so this week the Texans take on the Indianapolis Colts in Houston. It is their first matchup of the year, and I talked about this in I think it was like the week 10 or 9 like weekly prediction video that I drop every week. I do not like when this happens. Like when it happens, it usually ends up being a split series. It's so dumb that the NFL set up the Texans games like this. The Texans and Colts game like this. Like for the Texans it goes Colts followed by the Bears followed by the Colts. Yeah, that's very whack. And I mean, for the Colts to make things worse, it went Tennessee, I forgot what team, Tennessee again, and then Houston, and then they play another team, and then Houston again. So the NFL schedule makers really botched it. They really did, especially for Indianapolis, because if the schedule makers didn't set the Tennessee game so close together, there's a very good chance that the Colts would have swept the Titans. Like legit, the things that the Colts were doing to the Titans, the first matchup, like they matched up pretty well against them, and then all of a sudden, they play them twice in the span of 3 weeks. Like you're not gonna win twice in the span of 3 weeks against the same team. It hardly ever happens. Like it's rare. So usually matchups like those end up being split. So I really do think that NFL schedule makers botched this whole divisional thing. They really screwed the Colts over, especially because Titans twice in the span of 3 weeks and Texans twice in the span of 3 weeks as well. Like that's like so messed up. But see, the thing is, the Colts actually do have a chance to sweep the Texans. But if the Texans were like their normal selves this year, they probably would have split the series. So like it's so dumb. Like they really messed up here. But anyways though, let's get into this game. The Colts come in with a 7-4 record. The Texans come in with a 4-7 record, coming off 2 wins in a row, while the Indianapolis Colts got blown out by Tennessee last week. Now, look, the Colts got embarrassed last week. The Colts, I think, have a very good defense. But last week, they got absolutely shredded and embarrassed. And I don't know if DeForest Buckner will be back for this game. I don't care. That Colts defense is gonna be pissed off looking to rebound. And the Texans, they had this whole Will Fuller situation where Will Fuller will no longer be here for the rest of the season due to the suspension. So I don't think it's a very good matchup. Will Fuller has always been Deshaun Watson's favorite target. Like for the past 4 years since we got Deshaun, when Will Fuller is in the lineup, the Texans offense is way more explosive. It's way more dangerous. Whenever he's out of the lineup, like that offense just it struggles to get going at times. And against a pissed off, very good Indianapolis Colts defense, which by the way, Matt Eberflus, who I think is a guy the Texans should look for, as their next head coach. Matt Eberflus always seems to give Deshaun Watson some fits. Like Deshaun Watson's worst games usually come against the Indianapolis Colts. Like go back and look at it. Like for whatever reason, he can't figure the Colts out. But see, this is a brand new Watson. Watson has finally reached elite status with, a pretty badly coached offensive line, a lack of a run game, no defense. Deshaun Watson is still out there balling out, putting up numbers, shredding defenses. He shredded the Patriots defense, and that's something Lamar Jackson and Kyler Murray both failed to do. Like the Patriots defense stopped Lamar Jackson, couldn't stop Deshaun Watson, and the week later stopped Kyler Murray. So Deshaun Watson, he's playing at an extremely high level right now, But we also don't know how Deshaun's going to do without Will Fuller. You know, that's his favorite target, man. It's always been his like big playmaker. Now can Brandon Cooks and the young receivers behind him, like Kiki QT, Isaiah Coulter, maybe Steven Mitchell, can they, do something? I don't know. Maybe will it be a tight end heavy game? I don't know. Like, you just don't know how this offense is going to be without Will Fuller. You don't know how Deshaun Watson will play without Will Fuller. So that's a complete question mark. But, I mean, if I'm being honest, I do not see this ending well for the Texans when it comes to the Texans offense versus the Colts defense. Because, like I said, they don't have Will Fuller. Their offensive line is poorly coached. Their run game is non-existent. So, yeah, Deshaun's been playing at an MVP caliber level this year, even though he's not going to win it because of the team's record. But, yeah, like, he's been playing great. But that defense is good, and that defense is going to be pissed off about last week. And they're going to come out here, and they're going to take it all out on the Texans, man. And I'm not sure, like I said, I'm not sure if DeForest Buckner plays. But if DeForest Buckner plays, DeForest Buckner versus Zach Fulton, is that really a matchup you want to see, So, yeah, like I said, I do not see this ending well for the Texans offense. Now, for the Texans defense versus the Colts offense, well, you guys know how I feel about Phillip Rivers. Dude is a scrub. But, I mean, I don't think Phillip Rivers will need to throw the football today. And even if he does, Bradley Roby, like Will Fuller, also got suspended for PEDs. So, yeah, who is going to cover T.Y. Hilton? Garyon Conley's on IR. Bradley Roby, like I said, suspended. Is it going to be Phillip Gaines, Vernon Hargreaves? Like, can you trust those guys? Maybe Eric Murray? Not good. Even though T.Y. Hilton hasn't been having a good season, the Texans have absolutely no one to cover anyone this week. Pittman can go off. Pascal can go off. I could go over there and put on an Indianapolis uniform, and I could probably go off too, But, I mean, just saying, I'm built different, so, that might just be me. But, yeah, anyone's capable of going off, out of those receivers that they have. But, like I said, the Texans, even though the past 2 weeks, they have been able to stop the run somewhat, I don't think they'll be able to stop the run against the Colts. I really don't. I mean, their offensive line is very, very dominant. And, okay, Colts fans, if you're watching, what is wrong with Jonathan Taylor? Why aren't you guys using him more? Like, is he just not playing well? Because I was very high on Jonathan Taylor coming out of the draft, and I was really pissed when the Colts took Jonathan Taylor, but they're not using him. They started off the season with Mac got hurt, and now they're using other running backs. Like, they're doing this whole running back by committee approach, and I'm not sure I like that. Like, are the Colts being dumb, or is he actually, like, not doing well? But, yeah, I mean, regardless, though, I think anyone would be able to run against the Texans defense, man. Honestly, without Bradley Roby in that secondary, they can pass, they can run, they can do whatever they want, man. Like, jeez, like, the moment Will Fuller went down, or, got suspended, the season was over. And then, like, a few hours later, Roby got suspended, and then the season really is 100% officially over. Like, there is no coming back from this. So, yeah, I think that this game can get really ugly, man. Like, I really do, because I just haven't seen MVP Watson without Will Fuller, Like, how is he going to do? Like, is he still going to continue to be great, or is he going to take a step back, losing his favorite target? So I just do not know. Like, so, if I was a betting man, I would bet that this Colts defense would, slow down this Texans offense. Texans offense has been firing, doing great these past 2 weeks. I think it takes a step back this week against the Colts, and I think the Colts offense, just completely destroys the Texans defense. So, I mean, keys to the game. Deshaun be great, I guess, because if the Texans want to win this game against a pretty good team, Deshaun's going to have to be great. So pretty much keep doing what you're doing, Deshaun. And defensively, I mean, what can I say? Stop the run? Can they stop the run? How are you going to stop the pass? Like, I just don't think there is any keys to winning this game. At least not without Bradley Roby and Will Fuller, because with Will Fuller, I would trust this Texans offense to keep on rolling. And with Bradley Roby, then I would know that, he could cover T.Y. Hilton and shut him down. And, the other corners, like, they, I guess, go up against their other receivers and see how it goes. But, without Roby, like, I don't think there's much this defense can do. Like, maybe force some turnovers. I feel like that's the only way they will be able to get stops. Last week, they got some turnovers against the Lions, and, it ended up working out for them. So maybe find a way to get turnovers. That's another key, I guess. But, I mean, yeah, I do not see this ending well for the Texans. I'm sorry, Texans fans. I'm just being realistic. Now, my score prediction, I am going 34-27 Texans win. Don't let the scoreboard fool you. I think the Texans will get some garbage time points. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys for today. Comment down below your own opinion on this game. And, yeah, be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.